Good morning. It's Wednesday, November 5th. Don't open your portfolio. Good morning. It's Wednesday, November 5th. Don't open your portfolio.
Emotional damage. You can't handle the truth.
Yo, good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report. I'm Army Piper, and we've had quite the sell-off, but you guys were not scared. You guys should have been prepared because we've talked about these levels for a couple of weeks now, and I showed you guys where I thought we would be heading at when we left that $126,000 range a while ago. So hopefully you guys were prepared for that. Hopefully you guys were well positioned. We've talked about it in detail across our AMAs with our members. We've talked about it here on the morning show every single day, getting you guys prepped for what I saw coming in the charts. So shout out to everybody that's with us right now. We got a lot to go over today. We're going to talk about government shutdown. We're going to talk about the stock market because it's not just crypto, guys. Stock market's taking some hits too. We got some ADP job numbers today that actually gives us a little warning that we might not see a rate cut in December. We're going to break all that down. And we're going to talk about Michael Saylor. What levels do we need to watch? And is there any concern if we do get a big sell-off? If we drop down to those levels that we've looked at on the charts and said, okay, 786 retracement, that's $40,000 Bitcoin. Should we be concerned about Michael Saylor? We're going to break that down. We're going to look at the charts. We're going to do everything. Phase line 1 defended. Yes, it was, sir. I actually made a new chart just for you guys. I'm going to show you that chart today on that right there, LBC. So you guys know what time it is. Alexandra G, get your trapper keeper out, please. Everyone else, get your notebooks out. It's time to take some notes. You guys know what time it is. Class is in session. We'll see you on the other side. Let's go. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Morning Market Report. As always, brought to you by the one and only indicator that you need in the market, guys. It's Chart Prime, and you need to tune in here so I can show you how to use it. And we can show you how to place your fibs for extra confluence. And then, you got to have it all. Got to have it all. But you know what you got to have? You want to truly find success in life. You got to find someone that you can team up with, a battle buddy, if you will, that every day you guys hit the ground running together. And I've got that guy. It's my co-host. It's the OC guy. Let's go ahead and bring him up. Mexican Superman, the man himself. Good morning, OC guy. Good morning. It's Wednesday, November 5th. Don't open your portfolio.
Don't open. Don't look. Don't look.
Don't even do it. Just don't do it. I got to tell you something.
Well, visit your portfolio.
I got to tell you something though, OC. 4 times now this cycle, I've pulled some profits. I guess 3 times this cycle I pulled some profits. We're now on our fourth downturn. March 2024. January 2025, and when we hit that 126 range, and I took my profits, and I have restarted dollar cost averaging immediately afterwards. My current portfolio right now is only down 5.4%. Just saying. Man, yeah. I looked at it this morning. I was like, not half bad there, RB Piper. Not half bad. But yeah,
new house.
What's that?
New car. New house.
New house. Paid off car. Yeah, it was a good cycle so far. If you were not listening to some other people's thumbnails, we'll just leave it at that. I'm trying to be positive. flow positivity into the world. Be a warrior monk. Be a warrior monk. That's what we got to do. OC, let's go bring the chat up because that's what we're really here for today. Honestly, guys, I'm not here for any other reason but you guys every single day. If you guys don't know, that is the only reason I join you guys every day is because
True
you
story.
guys are here. So I got to hit the like button on my own. If you guys haven't done so yet, hit the like button. I just went and hit the like button on the I could be sitting every day drinking coffee and watching the dog play in the yard every morning and figuring out how I'm going to occupy my retired life. But no, the community, you guys in the
I
chat. Look
have
at
an
you guys chatting.
idea on what could you do on your retirement, just not to get bored. What about creating a Discord and teaching how to trade?
That's a great idea. I'm more concerned about teaching people to invest and manage
Oh,
finances smarter.
much
I
better.
actually want to do more stuff with that. I have an Excel sheet. If you guys don't know, I have an Excel worksheet that it goes all the way out. Not that I'll show it to you. I'll show it to you guys. Actually, let's give the chat a shout out and then I'll show it to you. I'm going to show you guys my budget worksheet. And it goes all the way out to like 2034, April 2034, I believe, or 2035. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, I manage my budget every month. I go in there and, hey, this is what I got going out. This is what I got coming in, so on and so forth. And yeah, I just, Piper and Wick are Excel spreadsheet nerds. Yes, we are. Chad and I have that in common. Wick's Wi-Fi 89. That is for sure. I love the Wicks. If you guys don't know, I have their phone number. I should call them more often. I talk to a lot of people, but I need to call them more often. Anyway, Alexandra G in the chat, Harp's in the chat, Wix Wi-Fi 89. Alexandra G, how are you doing today, my lady? Love Alexandra G. She's the mod queen. She does all of those chapters. If you guys ever go back and watch the videos and you see the chapters, that's all Alexandra G. She's amazing. We got K Diggity in the house with us. We got Silver Days, XRP, BC Port Corp, Win $0 link. In response to Jesse Gallic, who said win $800 link. We got JR in here, the community trader, and that's where I hand you guys off on the trading stuff. That man has over an 87% accuracy rate on his trades for his P&L. I've seen it. I've seen the receipts. It's beautiful. Who else we got in here? Username. We've got Lunar Beaches Crypto LBC in the house with us. Today's his 1 year anniversary since he bought his house. And I said, well, mortgage rates are up still. So you're still doing good. Average Crypto Joe. As soon as the government opens back up, there's at least 4 bills that need to be accepted into law and we'll see a massive upturn. Average Crypto Joe. I actually have a post on X talking just about that very thing and why it may be more difficult now. So stay tuned for that. Trade Intuition, bingo, bango, sir. How you doing, brother? Trade Intuition. I'll get back to you on your message last night. I heard the rest of it. Yeah, I knew most of that story, but yeah, we'll talk, bro. Much love to you, man. CJ Taylor, my brother, Mab is in the house with us today. I think that's about it. Did I get most of the people that hit the chat up? I think I did. Oh, Jesse Gellick, member for 8 months. Oh, cool. 8 months. Let's go for the 1 year. Yep. And then you'll get that graduation cap next to your name there. Instead of the Army Piper or the Piper Academy logo. So Mike Play in here with us also. Bacon Munch, what's up? Crypto Coin Mindset. Deb is in here. Ihachi Tobias, what's up, bro? Chris Wrights in the house. Time to go to work. Gotta lurk. Appreciate you lurking, bro. All right, let's go back down. Did I miss anybody? The Cowboy Trader. I opened an exposed long by mistake last night, and it's up $100. Slapped on a trailing stop and let it run. Hey, mistakes happen. Mistakes were made. Gains were made. Kelly is in the house with us too. Kelliffit, appreciate you being here. All right, let's go jump over here. I'm going to pull this up. And yeah, I'm like, I want to do a blanked out one of this that I can, help people get set up on their budgets and stuff like that. I'm going to go to like January. There we go. We'll go to there we go, November. Cool. There we go. We'll go here. Let's go over here and check this out. So this is the Excel sheet. Sorry for the flashbang, but you can see it goes month to month. And so if I spend something in here, I can see exactly what the impact is projected carry. And then of course I've got like how much I'm investing. I've got to take some money out of my money to go on a big vacation here soon, stuff like that. But yeah, this is this is the Excel sheet that I want to blank it out, create a template for you guys, and so if you guys need help with the budget, I can help you with that. I also, there's a lot of things that I have learned over the years. Decades bring wisdom, right? And so, yeah, I think I want to do some more finance stuff for the community too. Yeah, we'll make like a little hang up into the Discord somewhere and go, hey, here's your template for this and whatever else. But yeah, too tired. Ouch, ouch, ouch. My thumbs are tired. I'm also doing that. What is going on here? What are you guys talking about? Cool. All right, nothing in general. All right, so Excel sheet, so boomerish. Hey, I am a boomer, man. If you want to call me a boomer, that's fine. I'm Gen X. I'm the forgotten generation. But yeah, if you feel that you need to call me a boomer, I'll be a boomer. I don't care. When you're successful at life, you can let other people take their hatred out on you. Username, I know you hate me, username, because I won't let you stay in the attic anymore. All right, OC, what are we looking at on Bitcoin? Let's go jump in on that, get that going, and then I want to come back and talk about what we're seeing on some higher time frames. We're going to get into the news. So let's go. OC, what do you got for us?
All right, so going back in here, let's remember a little bit of what we have done. So as we were losing this channel, remember, we were trying to long the bump in here, and well, we made it move our stop to entry at these areas, and then it dumped. That was fine. Then we repeated, and we had a short yesterday. If you guys remember, that was on the 15 minutes. Let's go visit that little short, or that little both long and short, and we were breaking a trend line. Let me find it. So what trend line were we breaking? This trend line we were breaking. So basically it was like this. All right. So we're pushing through the trend line in here, and through the trend line in here. And as we got a reverse and leading indicator turning around, well, then we called out that same short, but also, that long. But also we created a base support, and well, it was right here. And then as we were losing the next support, and then we right here had the reversal diamond, we took the short all the way down in here. Why all the way down in here? Remember, we have a target, or we had a target for a couple of weeks already, about 100K. Remember, 100K is the area that we were looking to buy back up, and look at where we got 99,026. In fact, the lowest, I believe, it was 98K. And I just moved it. There it is, 98K or 198K. So that was the lowest point. And well, as expected, we started having a little bit of a bottoming pattern, double bottom, break of trend. It's not about the breakout, it's about the retest. Off we go right here, gaining some strength back in the bullishness. Your entry was right here. So basically somewhere around this area. Also at the breakout of the zero line to the upside. Right now we have a goose head already in developed, and we're looking to get a little bit of a higher movement. I will be calling out the 104,500. Let me bring up now my indicators to confirm that. And of course, because TradingView is taking a long time, I'm going to be turning them all at once. I know it's going to be a little bit messy, but bear with me. There it is. All right. So first of all, we are breaking through the dynamic reactor. Remember, it's not about the breakout. It's about the retest. And off we go. What is the off we go? Well, to the next resistance. And look at that, 104,800, 104,600K for the very first resistance. So right now you should be on an average 50% gains on the last position. Also, if you're dividing in savings account, as I'm doing, well, your next entry right here should be already making you some annualized yield. So remember the plan. If you want to modify it, go for it, right? But do have a plan. I want to mention something. I did mention, hey, Piper, like, what a great day, right? I mean, new house, new car, but everything started not like 2 days ago, all right? So everything started last cycle, right? So remember, we planned for this. We went up in profits, and as he saw taking profits on the Piper plan, he took some profits and invested back again. So this is not an overnight, but it's a very fast way to actually accumulate some gains. All right, so keep a plan. Do not panic. You're
definitely
still on time,
a boring
right?
way. It's definitely a boring way, but it's slow and steady, and it wins the race. So
Absolutely. And I think the exciting part, because I did the same thing with my panels. If you guys didn't know, right now I'm completely sufficient from electricity grid. I have batteries, all panels, everything is electric. Man, I think like it is very boring, but when you start actually spending your money and you see, the actual fruit of your work, you go like, "Oh, man, that was worth it. That was worth it." So
it was absolutely.
it was.
Mm.
Yeah.
Good
Something really
coffee. Shout
important,
out to
if we can go really
shout
quickly
out to
to the crypto
Contrary
news.
Trader.
We just
Contrary Trader was yelling, and I just wanted to give him a shout out. I hear you, bro. I hear you.
let's go really quickly. This just popped up right here on my screen. Remember 15 minutes time frame. We have a possible reversal on the breakout in here. So remember our videos.
London ship.
Yeah, we still are above the dynamic range. I mean the zero line, which means breakout retest maybe a little bit of a range and then a further continuation to the upside. This part needs to become a range, right? In order for have the continuation. But I believe that this retracement is gonna be to the 102. So keep your eyes peeled. And in fact, I already have my alert right there. So yep, that's what I got on Bitcoin. Looking good so far. Let's see if we can keep the momentum up.
I'm going to jump over here and show a couple of things that I'm seeing right now. We are back into platinum pockets. I'm going to bring that up. But Gov't said, how old are you, Pipe? I'm 52. I will be 53 years old in 1 month and 12 days. So there you go. 53. Many years. Many years. Let's go look at this chart, guys. All right. So yeah, it happened. We talked about it. Here we are. We went down. We broke down below actually our platinum pocket. I said, watch for that 101. And if we're going to do that, might as well just go ahead and say we're going to go ahead and test that $100,000 range. Went all the way down to $98,900 here. Almost coming in line down here with our previous bottom that we had, which created. This is our June bottom. This is what created our fib retracement levels to get all of these levels, was that bottom to that top, right? And so I am watching right now for 104,232 for a rejection there off of that 786. It's also going to be in line with the previous support range there. I would watch for that to get a rejection. Money flow is still coming down right now. True 7 has gone back up, and you can see back here we had a True 7 fire. That's that pink line right there that's doing this like blocky movement. And when that True 7 fires, that's telling you that all of your bottoms indicators are triggering at the same time, right? We had it, and then we got a little bounce up to resistance and then continue down. Watch for this to be the same thing that happens here. Money flow is still not looking good. Volume is still not looking good here. Move it over to the daily and take a look. We did come down to the lower support band of the predictive ranges here on this chart, and that's where we got our bounce up. But take a look at the daily, guys. What do you see there? What do you not see there? I should say. You don't see bottom triggering here going, hey, look, back up. Hey, look, back up, right? You're not seeing this. We're not getting MVP candles on the daily. So I do think that we are looking at this daily and seeing volume coming, money flow coming down still, volume coming down still. Still got big candles on the histogram. Signal line is still crossed over on the MACD normalized. And if you guys recall, we talked about this a while back on the monthly here, the LMACD, back when it crossed here on 1 August. We talked about it, obviously, I think it was October. But yeah, I hear you. And so, yeah, we did get this cross, and we warned you about this, and a lot of people blew off the LMACD. But yeah, maybe there was some validity there on that indicator, guys. That's why I try to bring you guys everything I can. But right now, yeah, I'm watching for 104,232 to be a rejection zone to the downside. So that's what I got there, OC. Let's go jump over into the news, and then we'll come back. Let's talk some altcoins. Let's take a look at gold, maybe. I don't know. You had me scared before. Piper hears me. What did you guys say? The dev here my age. I'm so old. 52. How was the Revolutionary War? Username said. Bro. Username, I bet I could still give you a run for your money at 52 years old. Just saying. Let's go. El MacD. Let's go jump over to the news. Let's talk about that. I'm sure his username is going to reply back.
Oh, by the way,
good Lord.
username, I stole your username. If you didn't know, like in Hackers, I was not able to change my name too from username.
Yeah, you were
to my
username.
name.
You were username over there. Yes, that's true. That's true. All right.
Yep.
News. Looking at the news. All the news is fit to be news, guys. What do we have over here on the metrics for Into the Cryptoverse today? Well, we got $3.424 trillion crypto market cap, currently sitting negative 25.77% and continuing to the downside. Guys, this could get ugly really quick for us if this thing stays away from this trend line. We could be looking at much lower prices when I know what this thing's capable of. Here, I'll show you. This is what this bad boy is capable of doing to you. Breaking hearts and souls here. Can you reload for me? Can you do that? Thanks. Wow, it does not want to come up. Oh, there we go. Yeah, this thing can get all the way down to the green trend line. It's pretty close to it here on these pullbacks of cycles, right? And so, you're talking a crypto market cap total of 1.58 trillion at the bottom side. So even a 2 trillion from its current level right now, you're talking another 33% plus downside. That could get really ugly really quick. I'm sitting there looking at it. I don't think it's going to go that, straight down there or anything like that. But I just know with this huge gap of distance here between the lower band and where current price is on the crypto market cap, could get really ugly. How are we looking on the current wristbands for Bitcoin? We're at 47. This is the lowest we've been in a hot minute. Matter of fact, the last time we were down in these ranges was April 2025, which was a bottom. Just saying. Alt season index, we're at 42.22. It's currently neither Bitcoin nor altcoin season right now. We are continuing to get downside movement. I can see that we got a little bit of a pull up here back above the 40, but yesterday, guys, we were sitting all the way down at 35 on the alt season index. I told you we'd likely hit the 25 before we would hit the 75, and I still stand by that. So how are we looking on liquidations? Past 24 hours, we had $1.66 billion in liquidations. Total traders liquidated, 417,965 traders getting liquidated. Largest single trade was FETH OC. It was a $26 million trade. Ouch. Fear and greed index today, guys, we're sitting at 23 right now in extreme fear. A lot of people are scared. And let's talk about this. Kabisi Letter put out this nice thread here. He said, the $1 million question, what is happening to crypto right now? Crypto markets have officially now erased over $1 trillion of market cap since October 6th. But why? Why? That is the question everyone wants to know, isn't it? The answer to this question seems to be more technical than fundamental. That is, crypto adoption is still at record highs, deregulation is in full swing, and technology is advancing rapidly. However, leverage is at an unprecedented level, which is amplifying moves in the market, such as the $20 billion liquidation seen on October 10th. As a result, when uncertainty arises or technical momentum fades, downward swings are amplified. 300,000 traders are being liquidated per day on average, and the market has evolved into its most reactive form in history amid Trump posting and headlines. The long-term thesis is stronger than ever, but the short-term picture points to a larger swings in both directions. Leverage is a wild drug. And we showed you guys what it looks like on some of the leverage and margin that's being used in the stock market and in crypto. It's a pretty hefty amount there. What else we got in X marks the spot today? Let's go see here. Oh, here it is. This is that thing that I was talking about on the regulation, the government reopening. Breaking, Democrats' latest election wins could stall Trump's pro-crypto push. Republicans now face stronger resistance in Congress as more Democrats push for tighter crypto oversight. Analysts warn that the crypto market structure bill may now face major delays. There you go. There's the thing on the government reopening and all of this stuff getting approved. That's the truth of it there. The crypto market cap wiped out $350 billion in the first 4 days of November. We'll take a look at that monthly return. So much for Moonvember, and then just in Metaplanet. This is pretty. I want to go over something else before I talk about this stuff. What was it? Stock market. Nope, that wasn't it. I guess we'll go over this stuff. Yeah, we'll go over this stuff. All right, let's talk about this, guys. So you guys need to know something here, and we've talked about this and diamond hands this week. We talked about, look, whales are selling their Bitcoin, and then everyone said, but the institutions, Metaplanet borrowed $100 million in a loan by using its Bitcoin as collateral to buy more Bitcoin. We know what this looks like. We've been here. We know what this smells like, and it's not good, right? So, warning signs for me, this is a major red flag when I see the institutions using their Bitcoin as collateral to get a loan to buy more Bitcoin. You're playing a dangerous game there, because these are not the same as Michael Saylor's collateral convertibles that he's convertible loans that he's doing. Those things have dates on them. These guys could get absolutely crushed doing this, and then cause a lot of problems for everyone else. So more signs of a weak breadth in the past 5 days. This is the S&P market. Stocks were at 52-week lows. The S&P was within 2% of its all-time high. This only happened 4 times before. Each case saw the SPX, the S&P, down 2 months later. So this may not be over. Just keep that in mind. Here's another one. Marathon, the Bitcoin mining firm that has been consistently buying Bitcoin, now selling. In the past 12 hours, Marathon transferred a total of 2,348 Bitcoin, worth $236 million, to Falcon X2 Prime, Galaxy Digital, and Coinbase Prime. That's a little bothersome. It is signs that they are selling. Company sells 970 Bitcoin. Sequans Communication offloaded Bitcoin, 970 of them, cutting its debt to $94.5 million, the first Bitcoin treasury firm to sell its holdings. And then we're going to talk about this, the MicroStrategy liquidations in the next bear market here in a bit. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up, guys. We'll jump over here with OC real fast so I can talk about it. We're already seeing signs on what are we down total? Yesterday was like 5%, 7% or whatever on Bitcoin, I think it was total. And they're selling their Bitcoin, OC. Is this what we were told would happen when the markets start to go down? That these treasuries and these big wells would diamond hands this stuff all the way to the bottom? What are your thoughts on this? Because it looks to me like we're starting to see signs that smart money does what smart money does when markets pull back, and they sell and protect their wealth. They're not diamond-handed fools. So what do you think, OC, on this?
Well, I think it is happening all over again, right? This is kind of like worrying me a little bit, because this happened once again when the ETF got approved. We got some buy-ups, then we got some sell-off. Another important thing that we need to understand is that the institutional money that we're expecting is not that we're saying is not actually institutional money. I would say it's actually people's money bought through the ETF. So there's a little bit of a mismatch in
yeah,
there.
no, that number, absolutely. And I saw that someone said BlackRock's selling their Bitcoin. They're dumping on retail, and I went, you idiot. That is retail's Bitcoin.
Yeah, retail. Yeah,
Jesus
absolutely.
Christ, man. Shout out to Alex O Crypto. I see you in the chat, bro. What's up, brother? But yeah, your thoughts on on these actual like treasury companies and Marathon. I mean, this isn't retail. This is institutional money starting to already dump Bitcoin. What happens if we get another 10% pullback on it, man?
Well, I mean, we're gonna keep going downwards. And you gotta be kidding me. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you are frozen.
All right. Oh yeah. I need to reboot my camera. But in the meantime, I'm going to speak in here. I'm going to go away for a second. But the point is that I think institutions for a set amount or for a couple of companies, they are exactly the same as paper hands, right? They don't really like to actually hold throughout the full bear market. And well, it's kind of expected at this point because, well, we can say, hey, we feed our winners, we cut our losses, right? So basically, I think that's what is happening at this point, right? They're saying, hey, you know what? This is a smart area to maybe start thinking of pulling back out because we have a lot of money invested in this area. And well, in that case, we need to protect it, right? So we think that it could be much lower, and we're gonna protect it. But let me remind you what happened the previous cycle, which was, hey, a lot of big companies that you would actually expect them to have good guidance, right, and finding them back, they were actually freaking buying at the top and selling at the bottom. And I do remember calling out that that news in here, like, hey, what's up with the institutions, right, or the whales that are buying tops and selling bottoms? They're crumbling, right? I just think that is just a part of that transition zone. I've talked about transition zone, and I do refer to two sets of transitions. The very first one is the market cap. So imagine you having, a big firm, right? And you are advising, I don't know, call it out, I don't know, Shell, right? Shell or Texaco, right? Something like that. And they said, hey, we want to invest in Bitcoin. So how do you look at Bitcoin in that case? That's a little cheating because you're an expert in Bitcoin, but let's imagine you're not, right? And you're more into metals, currency, and maybe other companies, right? So how would you classify it? The very first thing that you were going to be doing is checking out their volume, right? Their market cap, and how they are developing. How is the cap looking, right? And well, what would be the direction? And you will say, you know what, sell a portion, right? And let's hold on to the other part. And I think that's what's happening out there. But yeah,
I think so too.
Going back to going back into now my rhetoric question, which is, hey, what would you advise Shell, right? If you didn't know about crypto, because that would be cheating.
What would I advise to who?
Shell, or like whatever company, right?
Oh, I would recommend that they do, like I'm going to tell the 10 people that just got Piper Academy memberships. Shout out to Alex O Crypto, who just gifted 5 of them. And then we here at Piper Academy just gifted 5 also. All the new members, join our Discord. We have a Piper plan. It dollar cost averages your Bitcoin. That's how I'm only down 5.4% on my Bitcoin right now, despite the big pullback, and set on a lot of profit. Follow the Piper plan. It's all in our DCA plan in our Discord. Your membership right here for $5 a month gets you access to all of it, to include JR's trades, BC Port Corp stock talk, some option stuff in there from crypto trades. There's a lot of data in there for $5. So, and that is what you're going to need. Piper voted for Alex O. Alexander G, can you put Alex O in a 10-second timeout, please? Because that's what we do to our family. We put them in 10-second timeouts. Get out of here. Love Alex O. So yeah, I'm serious. Put him in a 10-second time. There we go. See, 10-second timeout for Alex O Crypto. Appreciate it, Alexandra. But no, follow the Piper plan, guys. We're going to navigate this all together. And that's what we do, right? So follow the DCA plan. It's all in there. Every single week, we tell you, this is what I'm buying. This is the amount of the multiplier. There's a video in there you can watch. Just look at the pinned video and members chat. But welcome to the alumni. Because he said I voted for Mondami up in New York. I'm not even in New York. He said I deserve that. Yes, you did, sir. Anyway, OC, let's go jump back in on the news. I want to get into that, and then I want to come back and talk about some higher time frame charts, because we did hit a phase line, and I got to show you guys the new battlefield. We have a battlefield here at the Piper Academy now, and we're going to be showing you guys what to expect on that. So let me get back to the news, and let's do that, and we'll be right back with you, OC. All right, guys, looking at when is the government going to be reopening? It's not December anymore, guys. The highest likelihood is now November 13th, a week from now. You can see we're at 35% chance here that we get it November 8th through the 11th, 22% chance 12th through the 15th. So we are now looking at November 13th as our government reopening. We'll see if that happens. Looking here at Bitcoin right now down 1% after its rebound on the daily. Ethereum down 5.6%. XRP down 2.2%. Big movers today. Hyperliquid up 5.7%. Again, native token. When they did a lot of trade fees, they buy Hyperliquid, and that's how you get these pumps on it. So always keep an eye on that one when you get the market shakeouts, because typically this is going to rebound pretty good. What else do we have here? 17.9%. Jesus. 17.9% upside on Zcash again. People that have been trying to short this thing are being wrecked, OC. So maybe we need to look at Zcash today also. It's up 4 spots to number 17. And then rounding out the top 20, Litecoin has dropped to number 21, guys. Avalanche not falling as much, and so it has held up there in the top 20. Let's go look at the stock markets today. Let's give it a refresh and see what's going on here on CNBC Pro. All right. Dow Jones currently up about 0.22%, the S&P up about 0.4%, and the NASDAQ up 0.6%, Russell 2K up 0.6%. Also, the volatility index has fallen significantly, but still above 17. So be warned there. Looking at the European markets, they all closed pretty much in the green overnight. Bonds market, the 10-year treasury yield is continuing on the upside there. Papa Piper getting us off. What's up, Baba Yaz? My man. What's up, dude? Bedridden in the house. 4.142% is now the level of returns on the 10-year yield. It's up 0.051. Asia markets, a lot of red overnight, although the Nikkei was down over 4%. The Japanese stock market there, guys, the Nikkei, it was down over 4%, almost 5%, and now it has bounced back to only being down 2.5%. But Asia markets overnight also in the red as they're seeing some weakness and cracks in the global liquidity. So yeah, sell out there. Oil down slightly today, sitting just above $60 threshold. Gold is making a little rebound up about 0.6%. Silver rebounding 1.15%. Copper is up 0.3%. Platinum and palladium both to the upside. Platinum just a little bit over flat right now, and palladium up 1.16% there. Let's go look at this government shutdown set to become the longest ever after the latest Senate vote fails. Yep. They're still felling. This thing continues on. No government reopening today, most likely. Stocks are into correction, even if the S&P doesn't show it, says Josh Brown. Let's talk about this. This is Josh Brown. It's one of our pro articles. So this is stuff that I get for being a member of CNBC Pro. And they got some great articles. So let's talk about this. Josh Brown has said Tuesday, the stock market is going through a correction, even if the indexes have yet to reflect it. We're actually undergoing a market-wide correction right now. The reason why people don't know it is happening because it hasn't hit the big Mag 7 names. And I've told you guys, the Mag 7 is 48% of the valuation of the S&P. So because it hasn't hit them, we're not seeing it. But most of your other stocks are absolutely getting wrecked right now, hitting under key levels. Stocks are near all-time high. The S&P's last month having topped 6,900 on the intraday for intraday basis for the first time ever. Broader index is higher by more than 15% year to date. However, the headline advance obscures weakness below the surface. A growing concern with investors pointed out that more than 30% of the S&P is more than 20% below their 52-week highs, suggesting that many stocks are actually currently in a bear market. There you go. Piper, how good is my Asian accent? I don't know. I don't know, 8 breath. Probably not as good as Alex O's. His is really good. Let me try it. We're going to try it. We're going to have a shot here. Look at our Asian market. You like sell off? Well, I got sell off. There you go. That's what I got for you. Looking here at this, guys, now 30% of the stocks are in a sell off right now. I don't even know how you got me to do that, 8 breath. Damn it. Looking at the economic data right now. We did get the 30-year fixed mortgage rate. Came in. Guess what? It was at 6.3. What did it do after a rate cut? No big deal. It's at 6.31 now. It's gone up just slightly, but yeah, continuing to rise to the upside. ADP employment change. We got that data this morning. Also, this was at negative 32,000 jobs. It is now sitting at on a revision at negative 29K. They thought it was going to be up like 25 to 20K. Guys, it came in at 42K on a private employment change. So that means they added 42,000 jobs, more than expected. This was not cooked in. With all the other stuff that we're seeing, we should have seen it go down. Matter of fact, jump over here and take a look at this. Where are we at? I thought I had it in here. Maybe I don't. Oh, no, it's over here. It's over here. IBM cutting thousands of jobs in the fourth quarter. We've seen this with Amazon. We've seen this with Target. We've seen this with UPS. Like all these companies are laying people off, but we got private sector adding some jobs here that weren't in the mix, and so that will affect what the likelihood of a rate cut is in December. Now we don't have a rate cut for November, so looking at December here now, we're almost 40% now. We're at 37.7% chance there now of no rate cut in December. And that is what we're seeing. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. That's what we're seeing coming in on this economic data is saying, hey, rate cut in December, not so fast. Might be a shift here on what we get. And I actually think that it's better that they don't do a rate cut. I also think it's better if my widget would load at the bottom. There we go. It's back. I actually think it's better if they don't do a rate cut, because if we do a rate cut and inflation doesn't go away while we're losing all of these job numbers, the weakening of the labor market, then we actually could be setting ourselves up for a hard fall on a recession. So I'm actually all for no rate cut in December. But if we do start cutting rates, and inflation sticks around, well, then we got another thing too of stagflation. So I don't know, guys. I don't know how. I would not want to be Jerome Powell. Let me just tell you that. Do not put Piper in the Fed Reserve. I would not want that job. Don't care how much money you're going to offer me. We got ISM services. This should be updated. Yeah, there we go. You'll take it? Nice. ISM services PMI. This came in this morning, 52.4 in October from 50 in September, beating forecast of 50.8, pointing to the strongest expansion in the service sector since February. Both business activity and new orders rebounded with the continued contraction in unemployment, shows a lack of confidence in continued strength of the economy. So more data coming in there. Of course, I do want to point out an increase in services like this means demand's coming back. And if they don't have the prices and all this stuff fixed out yet, demand affects inflation. So could be seeing the setup there for that sticky inflation to remain sticky also. I think that's about it, except for this. We talked about this before while everybody was talking about Moonvember. I told you, let's go back and find what looks similar, right? When we've had red Octobers, what has happened in November? Guys, the last time we had it, it was a negative 36.5% for November. So while everybody was talking about Moonvember, we were over here warning you that November might be nasty. And that was before we dropped 6% more there for the month after that bounce. So that's what I got there on that data, OC. That's the end of the news today. We got all the news that's fit to be news, but I want to talk about the Bitcoin chart here on the higher time frame on the phase lines, and then we'll get into altcoins. Looking here, guys, here's what I've done for you. We talked about the battlefield yesterday. Where's the battlefield? Come here, battlefield. We need to bring the battlefield up. There you go. There's your battlefield. Got it right there. This is called IPB, if you guys don't know. We called this IPB, Intelligence Preparation of the Battlefield. Told you guys how I look at phase lines, lines in the sand, right? All of our units and stuff moving. This is how I look at TA, okay? So I went ahead and said, you know what? Let me make TA the way that I see it. There you go. We got phase lines now. Folks, we are currently right now bounced back above phase line 618. What is phase line 618? It's that bad boy right there coming in about 104,786. I guess I got to move that up just a little bit. There we go. There's our phase line for that trend-based fib. Or is that market tops? No, that should be market tops. Market tops. There we go. Move that back down. Market tops. This is where we normally come in on cycles. And you can see top side is in that line with that golden pocket. So now we have that that golden pocket there that we are sitting at right now, phase line 618. Just below us is phase line 52. That is the 52-week simple moving average. And you can see we've done something very similar to what we've seen historically here. So this is a little bit of hopium for the day, guys. There's your hopium. We are getting a bounce on the 52-week SMA. If we are to drop down anyways by this weekend and get a weekly close below it, and we are not able to retake it, then we're looking for the OC retest before the crypto winter. That's going to be our telltale sign that we're going to be watching on the battlefield. That is called a decision point, and it would be a star next to it typically on the IPB, because at that point the commander needs to make a decision on the battlefield. That is phase line 52. We got phase line CME coming in at 92,224. Phase line CME is the CME gap from April 2025. Where we hit down there, $92,000. There's an unfilled gap down there in the CME gap chart. We got phase line fair value gap. Why do I say this? Because even if we come down and we close out phase line CME, okay, why would it not push on to phase line fair value gap, considering that this whole candle has no volume in it at all? It's a big fair value gap. We'll probably shoot right down through that to phase line fair value gap. What will happen is price will get down here, right, into phase line CME and close it out. At this point, we have what is called an AA. That is an avenue of approach into phase line fair value gap. Okay, we're going to shoot right through that bad boy fast on the avenue of approach, hit that. That closes out a fair value gap. Anything below that, we're looking at phase line fib 50, which is our 50% retracement from the top, coming in at $70,500. I'm hoping that that hits, because if it doesn't, we're going to shoot for objective GP fib, that's your golden pocket, and objective Piper pocket, the platinum pocket fib, sitting down on the 786. And why does that matter? Because if we look at the bottoms, market bottoms, historically, we've always hit, sir, you are not supposed to do that. We've always hit the 786 on market retracement. So objective golden pocket, objective platinum pocket, if we don't get a hold at 70,523 on a continuation. Now, it is very possible that we do exactly what we've done here, what we're doing here right now, and we close above that 52 week on the weekly, and this has been our bottom. But again, guys, I'm not seeing bottom indications come in on the MVP on the daily. I am not seeing MVP fire definitely on the weekly if it's not on the daily. And so I need to see this start to fire on lower time frames, daily and beyond, saying, hey, bright green candle on the MVP, bottom probably in. Once I see that, then we will go ahead and say the objective, we're going to continue up. We're not retreating back down to these other phase lines. We're going to continue moving upward, right? And what would that look like? Just do a quick ghost candles here. I wanted to do a quick grab of it. Bar patterns, I think that's it. Yes. Let's go look at this and pull it to here and put that there. Guys, that would put us up to about $167,000, and that's a pretty interesting level. Why is that? Because of this. Come here, you. Where are you at? That is not it. Bitcoin halvings, market tops. That's not it either. I got it on here. I promise I do. I got too many things here. Market tops. Nope. Alt season. Fib cycles. There it is. There you go. Look. The 1618. And what do we typically do every cycle? We go to the 1618. So if we get the bounce here on phase line 52, and we look at what that would look like, guys, it takes us up to our 1618, which has been our historical tops. Exactly. So there's your hopium. I'm not saying that this market is done and dead and gone. I'm just telling you what I'm seeing on the battlefield. And right now for the battlefield, we have to be aware of the key levels of phase lines that we need to maintain as support. If not, we're going to continue on to other phase lines. And if we get back out of these phase lines, we can go all the way back to home base. Home base, we'll call it FOB Valhalla, forward operating base Valhalla, back at $167,000. And that's what I got on Bitcoin for you guys. I hope you guys are ready for either way. We're prepared. Goes up, goes down. I'm prepared. We're not scared. We've got a plan to manage this and a plan to invest and a plan to take profits. And it is what it is, right? And if we have to revamp the take profit levels, which DDT and I are going to be doing here in the weeks ahead, and then that's fine also. But yeah, prepared, not scared. OC, Your thoughts on this? Your thoughts on the battle plan? Intelligence preparation on the battlefield has commenced. We've got our levels and lines in the sand. What do you think of this? And then we'll get over to you. Let's take a look at your your long-term Bitcoin chart, high time frame, and then we'll get into some alts. What do you got for us?
Absolutely. So let's go as always to the cleaner charting here. Let's go to the weekly. And finally, as we were talking about, there we go. We have that beautiful touch right here on the bottom of the channel, right? So that was precisely what we were looking for. I actually still think that we're going to have a little bit more downside. So yeah, coming back up, it is worth, and not only that, also weighted. So something like this might happen, right? Look at right here where we had the first doge, we bounce back up, and then we have an overextension or a fake out, right? And that happens once again, so 2 weeks right below that line in here. So I believe that we might still have some more downside to go. Something important, just so you guys know, I just entered into a Danger Will Robinson trade on the 15-minute chart on Aster. So just so you guys know, we have a possible continuation upwards, and well, despite it's a high danger trade, I'm taking it with a quarter of a position, and I'm doing 30x at this point, right? Just so you guys are aware of what I'm doing, because I'm gonna get to it afterwards. Something important right here. So well, this candle might close in the green. I especially believe that we should be going somewhere around 104, 106. So I believe that we might have that bounce to the upside, creating that higher wick or bigger wick that tends to push the price a little bit upwards, right? And then prepare us for whatever gets weak gets candled. So basically,
That which
looking
gets
for that
wicked
retracement.
gets candlesticked. We're gonna get that one of these days for you.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what? I need to bring out my cheat sheet here. I used to have a big glass window here that I can write stuff on, but maybe I can bring that up back again. So let's go and take a look at some more integrated charts. Let's go to the 4 hours. 4 hours. Let me double click in here and let's zoom out a little bit while I'll turn things off in here, right? So the very first thing I want to mention is perfect. We had a little bit of reversal up to the resistance and continuation. And so far, I'm looking for another reversal, right? We have a flip of the ribbon almost there. In fact, already happening. We have a crossover of a VWAP, right? And well, I'm expecting to have a little bit of a pull up in here, although it's happening at this point, I believe that we can get, once again, look at these areas where we have previous support and resistances somewhere around 104, 105, right? And then maybe a continuation downwards. Let's bring up the rest of my indicators. So the first one is going to be my trend indicator along with the support and resistances. Take a look at that. We went exactly to the support gauging here, the support zone right here, right? So we're holding. That's great. We already have our peak performance diamond. And something important, remember the pattern that we tend to look for, like for example in here, these patterns what we tend to look for, right? Peak performance diamond going up in here and coming down in here, right? Peak performance diamond going up in here and almost there. Look at that, almost coming down in here to have a bearish retracement up, right? Or a bullish retracement up in a bearish trend to then continue to the downside. I'm aiming right here at 108, but I don't think that we're going to hit that 108, but we'll see how that goes. And well, that is my macro analysis along with my most immediate analysis. More downside might be coming. Target 94, 144.
Oh, see, why are you floating over there, sir? Why are you floating?
No,
I gotta bring.
I push my camera. Let me. No, I fixed it. Oh, look at that! It's
Look at you.
here.
OC was like levitating and shit.
I was like,
so you'll be okay. How are we looking on? Let's look at a couple of alts. I definitely want to see Zcash, but how are we looking on Solana? I'm pretty sure it's moving pretty good right now. And then we'll head out of here. Y'all gonna go all out up in here.
Before I move into Solana, I just want to go over COAI. That's because we have Ivanova in the late night show. She asked for this one, and we're getting closer to an absolute zero. Remember, absolute zero is the area where I don't see much of a reaction, right? It's not the 000. So maybe if you like a COAI, could be a good spot, but we need to wait for confirmation. This one breaking through, right? Good spot to maybe start putting in here some casino money. So let's go check out Solana. There we go, Solana. And I believe that, yep, we got it here. And let me see. I should have another Solana. Well, it's fine with this one. Perfect. We have a very nice drop down in here on the 4 hours. As always, nothing beats a good trend line. Let's add our trend line. Let's move into the 30 minutes so we have a little bit more structure to it. There it is, like in here. Let's adjust this to a better fit that trend line. Perfect. We have a breakout, retest, continuation. We have a little bit of a goose head, which means a little retracement, further move to the upside, and then bigger retracement. Now, let me just lock this ones right here and right there. Also, this one. Let's lock it and let's clean this up so it's not that noisy. Let's bring again a lot of spaghetti in the house here. So it's gonna come all at once. We need to be a little bit careful. And come on. There it is. Let me now get rid of it. It is just so it loads all at once. There it is. So we're getting very, very close to that dynamic reactor and quantum reactor crossover. We are still bullish, but we're losing the strength of the bullishness. All right. So if we're losing the strength, the momentum might be coming back down. But remember, momentum means a little bit of a push to the upside. So that's where this itty bitty tiny push to the upside might become retracement for your next opportunity. Where is that next opportunity? There we got it. Support, right? Then the previous area of support was in here. So that's exactly where we're going to be adding our alert, a little bit above in here. There it is. And let's bring the rest of our indicators to see if we have anything else. Yes, we have another possible support area here. And the key of grabbing these supports, guys, is looking at the flip of the ribbon. So first I want to have something like that and looking for that flip of the ribbon at whatever support I am. All right. So the support is, hey, this is the area where I'm going to be looking for the flip of the ribbon, right? So the price action got in here, right? Maybe got right in here. So is it on the flip of the ribbon? Not just yet. So let's wait a little bit more. And then if it drops back down right down here, I look back again at my oscillator and tell myself, hey, is it having a flip of the ribbon? And if the answer is yes, well, then that's exactly what I execute my entry. So far, looking for a possible rejection in here. If it goes wrong or breaks through, right, we're going to be looking to this area a little bit lower at 169 for a rejection. And on that rejection, we're going to be shorting it and then longing it as we have a breakout retest continuation. So that's what I got right now in Solana. Let's take a look at what was the other one that, ZEC, right? All right, so ZEC.
Zcash.
This is Zcash. There we go. This is against every and all predictions, actually pumping while everything's dumping. Something important, this pump is not going to be forever. And right now we start to see the cracks forming in here, right? It's true that in the bull market, we have a lot of bearish divergence while the thing doesn't care and still pushing upwards. But remember, Bitcoin, it's still daddy. In Bitcoin right now, it's crumbling. So whatever it's fueling this might be losing that steam power at this point. We need to be careful because, well, 1, 2, 3, the third one usually tends to be the charm. And most likely we're going to be looking for that retracement. All right. So just keep your eyes peeled. I already see that little retracement in here. And be careful overall on SEC. But remember, you long retracements, you don't long tops.
Big facts. The question was asked by Crypto AI. He said the Dash pump more than Zcash. So Dash right now, looking over here, Dash has pumped 138% for the week, and Zcash has pumped 45% for the week. So I guess over the year, 193 for the month. 193% for Zcash Dash is up on the monthly 226. So yes, Dash has pumped more than Zcash in the past month. So there you go. Perfect. All right, guys, that's all the time we got today. We're about to head over to Crypto Coin Mindset with Keith and TI Joe. When you guys get over there, show them some love, drop some graduation caps, let them know the alumni has entered the building. I appreciate all of you guys joining us here. Make sure you guys join OC Guy, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with trade setups with OC. It's a new time. So make sure you have notifications down below clicked so you get notified when he goes live 1 hour earlier now with the time change. So 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for trade setups with OC Guy. And then tomorrow morning, BC Port Corp will be back with Good Morning Crypto. Guys, he's setting up the ball. Setting it up so we can spike it every single morning right here on the Piper Academy Network. Well, not every morning. Sometimes he's not here. The man works, okay? Give him a break. But we'll be back here at 10 a.m. regardless for the morning market report, breaking down the news, the charts, the markets, and everything you need to have knowledge because knowledge is profit. Appreciate you guys joining us here. Smash that like button if you haven't done so. Help us with the algorithm, and we will catch you guys tomorrow morning. Until then, trade safe. Use some risk management. Peace, love, profits. Be kind to yourself, be kind to others. Later.
That's the rap. Chart stack data never lie. Piper led the mission, OC in the sky. Spaghetti on the screen, but the vision stay prime. Chart prime visual, signals on time. Alumni strong, we built from the grind. Lessons in the market that'll outlive time. Knowledge is profit, you know how we run. Till the next one, stay sharp, get it done.
You can't handle the truth. Emotional damage.
We'll see you at the next
Don't
one.
know what the fuck they're doing.
Morning market report out. Ow, ow, ow.
Boom shakalaka.
We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report out. We'll see you at the next one. Morning market report. Ow.
That was awesome, dude. Hey, it didn't break. What else you got?